Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. And the Detroit Lions taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Here we go with the Packer offense, guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the... Here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cobb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a first down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's got room. And nothing but green grass here on the field. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 62 yards. And the Packers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 7th-year man out of Cal, the top pick back in 2016, Jared Goff.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Goff. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
His first catch of the divisional round goes for a 1st down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On play action, now Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Not a good start. This is not a good start at all.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Romeo Okwara from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And he's going to go down there and sack. They push him back to the 34. Aiden Hutchinson gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? And let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how often does that team that's been playing before win game 1?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. But it's a one-shot deal like the NFL. That's critical because now you come in and you've got the momentum. You can take them out in that one game, and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover, and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly, or this might be their last game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once again, it's Swift. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Wow.
They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the 1st.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. We'll see who's faster.
And he's brought down. This duo locked in. 14 yards
there.
You got no
chance today, guys.
1st down.
You got no chance today.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Aiden Hutchinson. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. So 2 sacks for the rookie. Definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout.
12 fucking total yards.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Nothing is the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground with Swift, and he'll get it down here at 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, Swift. And this time not quite to the 30, only down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try the air now with Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He got 29 yards that time.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and it made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Swift is into the... And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd down, it's Jones.
Come on, guys.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw is Rodgers. got a man. It's Tunyon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And just a yard to go here on second down. An inside give to Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
You are not stopping.
Rodgers going to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Aiden Hutchinson able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So, Charles, this is just becoming an exhibition now on how to rush the passer.
Yeah, and I can't help but laugh a little bit because I'm enjoying what we're watching. This is coming from a guy who was in college just a year ago, and we keep harping on their evaluation. They saw not just a guy who could rush the passer, but could rush the passer well, and that's why they took him as high as they did.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Oh, no! God damn it!
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Wow.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard.
Oh,
down about the 17-yard line here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look.
Get off me! Damn, he's fucking holding me.
Deep ball.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
God! Oh,
here's a
oh
look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Parkey is good, and now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
God
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 73 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Just beating the play clock is Goff. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me 4. It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the handoff, this is Swift. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd and 9, Goff. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard
You knew better
line.
than that.
But when I looked down, he was
saw
kind
him
of
back
shaking his
there
head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on fourth down. It's taken to the 26. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Jared Goff and the Lion offense heading out. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already, and he'll try to sort things out here as they begin with a first down.
Wow. Like, just wow.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They'll roll him out right. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Oh.
And the Packers are going to take possession of
the man.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
Oh, boy. I'm feeling the pressure. I'm feeling the pressure. Look, I'm discombobulated.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Working with a 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
There's no way we can pick
They
that
had
off, huh?
exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that'll keep this a 9-point game.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. That's caught inside the 20. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Patterson's kick is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This the first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers matching up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jameson Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll run right here with Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Goff now looking to throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a handoff to Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Samson Ebukam. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. Sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And his drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
You gotta go.
But a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call,
Good
but
job.
how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
114 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Swift, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll run here with Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. A shotgun snap for Goff. Dancing to his left.
Good job.
Head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
Here's Swift. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Swift again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action for the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Take your money.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Patterson's kick is good. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Rodgers now on 1st down. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
You give me the man that I want.
13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down. Up the middle, Jones. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh,
good job. Way to pick him off. Let's go.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And some room to maneuver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 140 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken
to the 4.
at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Oh, yes.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running is Swift, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Swift. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 18-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Damn it.
Back in the
God
backfield,
damn it.
The carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try.
Good job.
Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Lions have taken a 4th quarter lead.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Patterson now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Packers offense set to go. Right now, Charles, this is the drive of the season. You're on the road here in the playoffs. It's put up or shut up. They need points.
This is where you have to come together as a team, as you just noted, on the road. So that means they've carried that mentality with them throughout. Hey, we've got to go on the road. We've got to rely on ourselves, right? Focus, yet still find the fun in it. How great is this, guys? Look at the spot we're in right now. And then go to your top players, call them the plays that they run best.
Yeah, sort of controlling their own destiny, but this place has been loud. Not going to be easy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He had 5 catches in the wild card win, and that's his 5th here, and it's good for a 1st down. From the shotgun, again to Jones.
Damn it.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there.
not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Jones.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to Cobb. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Are you fucking kidding me?
A 24-yard touchdown. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Are you fucking kidding me?
But plenty of scoring here of late, and
That
our
is
lead
such
changes
bullshit.
hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end. So
Oh,
they knew that with
wow.
time getting short, they had to put
Well,
something
look,
together.
hey, let's let him
here,
catch
and
it.
they were able to
Let's
do
let him
so
catch it.
and retake the lead right back.
Oh, oh man, I know, y'all. Wow.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That time a 6-play drive, and the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. I mean, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive?
Defense.
75
Go.
yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
On the delay, Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Rodgers.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tonyan.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
Oh! Anzalone picked that off!
That time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Damn it, Anzalone, if you pick that off, you got it.
An old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll find Aguara complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Rodgers again now. And Watson has it right side. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Rodgers.
It is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Robert Tonyan
from 21 yards away.
And the Packers are once again back in front.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Jared Goff in the offense, down by a field goal, a minute 36 to go. Their sold-out crowd is behind them. They need at least a field goal to tie as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Goff.
Able to connect with Chark.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Let's see. You calling bullshit, OC. You calling bullshit.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Goff.
Throw it away, throw it away, throw it away.
And seeing no
Throw it
options,
away,
he
throw it
just
away.
tosses this one away.
Throw it
Incomplete.
away.
Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
OC, really? This is the bullshit that you. No problem, I got it. I got it. I got it, OC. I got it. I got it.
In motion left comes Williams. Goff. His throw incomplete.
Knock away.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we
This
know this is
fucking OC.
definitely
Come on,
fourth down
OC.
territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
No shit. This guy is calling some bullshit. I mean, this is just... What kind of calls are these, man? Huh? Hey, look, this is... We gotta have it. No.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Goff now to throw.
What the fuck was that?
It's out of bounds, incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Wow. This is it. This is it. This is it.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th.
And he dropped
It's
it.
incomplete. They could not convert.
And he
they
dropped
turned it
it.
over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
Wow.
And as a
And he
result, their playoff run may end right here.
And he dropped it.
And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work.
Just dropped it. Look at this motherfucker. Look at this motherfucker. Look at this guy. Look at the defense. Look. Shit. I'm going to... Look at this guy. Come on, dog. You are a wide receiver in the National Football League with a star under your feet. With a star under your feet.
On that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now a first down carry by Jones. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll go again to Jones.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Wow.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.